Hey guys, so today I have swatches of the TRUNEONs collection from OPI. There are 6 polishes in this collection, and then they did their put a coat on base coat, which is the white base coat that's supposed to help the neons, which I think is also going to be in the displays for this collection, but this has been out a couple times before. These came from btysales.com, so I will link that website down below where you can find them. I did put all 6 of these over the white base coat because that is how they're supposed to be worn. 6 polishes, and I will get into the swatches. So all of these swatches are going to be done over 2 coats of the OPI Put a Coat On, which is more like put 2 coats on, natural nail base coat. Because these are all very sheer polishes, they need the white base to help make the color pop and make them as bright as possible. In addition to that, all of the brightness and stuff of the camera is going to be really back and forth throughout this video because some of these are bright neon oranges and pinks, and those really freak out my camera, so I have to make everything around them darker to show those a little bit more true to color. So the first polish is called No Faux Yellow, and this is not really a highlighter neon yellow. It's more of like a bright sunshine yellow, but it is very sheer and does require that white base. So here is 1 coat over that OPI white base. This one is a bit light on the first coat, lighter than what's in the bottle for sure, but it applies pretty evenly. Formulas are okay. These sheer neon polishes tend to be a little bit thin, so you do have to be a little bit more careful with them when you're applying them to avoid flooding your cuticle than you would another polish. So here is 2 coats. So 2 coats does match what's in the bottle, and it covers evenly. Well, the first coat covered evenly, so the second coat is obviously going to cover evenly. These do dry completely matte. That's pretty typical of neon polishes or bright polishes like this. So you will definitely want top coat if you don't like that matte look. So there is 2 coats of No Faux Yellow. The next polish is called Pants on Fire, and this is a bright neon orange. So here's 1 coat. So this one is still a bit light on that first coat compared to what's in the bottle, and it is a bit streaky. Formula is the same as the other one. These sheer neon polishes, like I said before, are always a little bit thin, a little bit more difficult to work with, but you do get used to them really quickly. So here's 2 coats. And this one matches the bottle pretty well and evens out on 2. I am doing a little bit of a thicker second coat to make sure that it does, though. And my dexterity from this angle is not enough that I can completely cover the white in the video, so I apologize about that. And like the other one, this one also dries completely matte, so you will want top coat if you want it to be glossy. So there is 2 coats of Pants on Fire. The next polish is called No Doubt About It, and this is a bright neon pink, but it has a little bit, it's hard to describe. There's 2 pinks in this collection, and it's considerably brighter than the other one. It's almost a little more orange, but not quite as orange as it's showing on camera. This is a really difficult one to film. So here's 1 coat. So this one is also a bit lighter than what it should be based on the color in the bottle, and a little bit streaky. Same formula as the other ones, a little bit on the thinner side, but you do get used to it pretty quickly. So here's 2 coats. You can see this one gets considerably darker on that second coat. It actually looks like a completely different color. This one also dries fully matte, so you will definitely want a top coat. So there is 2 coats of No Doubt About It. And the next polish is called Precisely Pinkish, and this is the slightly darker, more true pink, neon pink. So here's 1 coat. So this one also covers really evenly on that first coat over the white, but it is going to need a second to darken it. Same formula as the others, a little bit on the thin side, but that is pretty normal for neons like this. So here's 2 coats. You can see this one does get much darker on the second coat, and I did have some bubbles in my white base. You can kind of see it over there, that popped on me, and it made a little hole in the pink. This one also, like all the other ones, dries fully matte, so you will want a top coat. So there is 2 coats of Precisely Pinkish. The next polish is called Green Come True, and this is not, I would not consider it a lime green. It definitely looks like maybe like a dark lime green, so slightly bright, but not like a neon highlighter green. So here's 1 coat. So this one is definitely streaky on that first coat and much lighter than it is in the bottle. It actually looks like a lime green on that first coat. Formula is the same as the other ones, a little bit thin. So here's 2 coats. This one is starting to darken, but it's actually still a bit streaky on that second coat, so I'm going to do a third. It looks like it almost wants to thin out at the top of my nail and run down the sides a little bit. So here's 3 coats. So 3 coats covers evenly over the white on this one, though it still is showing up a little bit brighter on camera than it is in person. So there is 3 coats of Green Come True. And the last polish is called Correctamundo, and this is that weird, deep, but sheer blue that I feel like always comes out in neon collections. So here is 1 coat. This one is pretty streaky and uneven on the first coat, but I do think it's dark enough you could probably build it up on its own without the white base. And I don't think the end result would look any different. So here's 2 coats. This one builds up really well on the second coat, but I still have some lighter spots. They're hard to see on camera, but I can definitely see them in person. So I am going to do a 3rd coat with this one as well. So here's 3 coats. And that 3rd coat actually deepens the color even more than I was expecting. This one, like the other ones, also dries completely matte, so you will definitely want top coat. So there is 3 coats of Correctamundo. So no doubt about it is my favorite. I like neon pinks that are not quite this shade, if that makes sense. I like them a little bit more on the brighter, like corally orange side, and that's exactly what this was, and it actually went over the white really well. A couple of the darker shades didn't do that well. This one did, and I really, really liked it. So that is the OPI True Neon collection. Again, those came from btysales.com, which I will link down below. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will talk to you later.